Hi, here's a quick guide to the newest Ender's Echo boss in survivor.io, Black Flag Overlord. Make sure to like and subscribe for more survivor.io content. First, I want to cover the basics of the best survivors, pets, equipment, and tech parts to use. Wow, who would have thought King is the queen of Ender's Echo? With her high crit rate and damage abilities, she has a skill called Survivor Instinct, plus 8% crit rate. And once evolved into Sixth Sense, it will increase your crit rate by 50% and crit damage by 25%. Behind Queen is a Worm. People say that if Worm had higher critical damage abilities, he would be more competitive in Ender's Echo. Since the common survivor has passive skills that can increase your skill damage, skill range, and decrease your cooldown. They're also usable in Ender's Echo if you don't have King. The best pet is Croaky. Croaky can increase your crit damage, crit rate, owner EXP, and skill damage. Behind Croaky stands a dog. He'll take damage for you. He can increase your crit damage, and he can increase your crit rate. Good boy. The best equipment is your best equipment, but let's get more detailed. The kunai and the Sword of Disorder are great in Ender's Echo, but I mostly get more damage with the kunai than I do with the Sword of Disorder, and that is both with Astral Forge 3 effects. The Eternal Necklace is a good choice. Void Waker Emblem does look very intriguing on paper, but it has never outperformed the Eternal Necklace for me. All passive effects in battle plus 15%. Your first learned passive skill can be evolved, and it also increases the passive effect. But if you don't have that, Void Waker Emblem, and sometimes the Metal Neckguard if you use it properly, can work very well. Eternal Gloves are a must. They can increase your crit damage by 100%, and as you know, critical damage really does reign supreme in Ender's Echo. And leather gloves do provide critical damage at an epic grade, plus 50% crit damage. Crits can also inflict bleed. Not bad at all. The Eternal Suit is the optimal choice. Once you obtain it, it can revive you once. And once you revive, your attack and movement speed will both be increased. At a legendary grade, you can revive twice. Get one more skill choice chance when revived. So you can choose another skill in battle. And look at this, revive stats plus 5%. If you don't have that, the Full Metal Suit can also revive you, and the Void Waker Windbreaker kind of can. The Twisting Belt is the preferred belt. It can increase your damage, but it can also briefly lower it. The Waist Sensor with Red Void Waker Treads is also a pretty good selection if you do not own the Twisting Belt. When your HP is above 50%, it can increase your movement speed. Speaking of Red Void Waker Treads, RVTs, as they call them in the streets, are the optimal way to go as they can increase your damage against enemies with lower movement speed than you. Eternal Boots can leave a trail of fire behind. That can deal damage to the boss. You just have to make sure they keep on chasing you. And Light Runners give you a damage boost at an epic grade. 20% damage for 3 seconds after killing an enemy. And this boss does spawn some minions. People often discuss different ways to get good RNG in Ender's Echo, and one of them is to get good RNG in Special Ops and then head over to Ender's Echo. I've been testing this out for a while and I really don't have much of an opinion on it, but if you want to try it out, head over to Special Ops, enter a mission, find good RNG, which might be something like an evolved kunai or evolved drones, and then immediately head over to Ender's Echo. Hopefully we can evolve the kunai, and let's die. Let's die right away. Right when he spawns, you want to stand on that red circle, take a death if you are wearing the Eternal Suit. Now we're going to get a movement speed and attack boost. I'm not finding the drones, I'm not finding the kunai, so as you see, Ender's Echo is really based on RNG, which I guess I can explain as randomness. Having good RNG would mean that you would evolve your weapon and the drones before 1 minute. 1 minute might even be long to some people, so do anything you can to find good RNG. There's a magnet up here. Here's the destroyer. That's all I wanted. Thanks for watching. What's the most damage you have gotten against this boss? Let's hear it in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I'll see you later.